Unphazed, and I have recently been watching the Minite gameplays by, say, for example, Syndicate, Jericho, Captain Sparkles, all this kind of stuff. And actually, I've been watching a lot of Deck and Champ1 as well, because they're actually Champ1's really good at the game, although they does spend quite a lot of time on it by the looks of it. So I'm just spending a lot of time on it. I've been watching that, and they've been talking about having lots of, PvPs, that kind of thing. And I've recently been in Rome, so I got back and I was just messing around. I was building some temples, is what I was actually doing. Some of the, temples to Jupiter, and stuff like that. And then I got to the idea of thinking, well, actually, I'm really enjoying their series, and I wonder if I make a decent enough fighting arena, whether they'll be willing to take it. I don't know if they will or not. They probably won't ever know of it, but be cool if we could spread it around. See what you think after the video. It's not out there. It's behind me. I am standing this way for a reason. This is on creative mode. You'll probably understand why when I do kind of show you the whole thing. Because, in fact, I'm just going to fly off in this direction. It's going to take so long for anything to be built if I'd done it in, I'd had to spend a huge amount of time in the Nether and stuff like that. So I built this. If we just slowly fly up to the top and look over, and hopefully the back of the thing will... No, I'll fly over to the back of it. There's a spider in the middle. Oh, and a couple of other things as well. Oh, some mobs. So I built this. It is roughly... I'll zoom out a bit more. Roughly to scale, actually, because... So the Flavian amphitheatre, or as it's now known, the Colosseum, is 118 meters long by 100 wide. So I did 118 blocks by 100 wide. We have a very decent fighting area in the middle. I've put the access points. I haven't put quite as many in. The problem with it not being totally round is you can't build. If it's not round, you can't build things in the corners. So over there, it comes out looking stupid. It doesn't come out looking smooth. So I decided not to put ways in. So I've got the 3 tiers all the way around, and then the exit for the heroic fighters, as it were. I've called it what have I called it? Victor's Gate, I think I've called it. Yeah, Victor's Gate. The idea behind this is not that you can mine that gold or diamond. It's just for, wow, you beat it, you get to go out. So I'm just going to, I'll go down to ground level now, just if I can drop down, have a walk around, so you can see just how big it is and how good for fighting it would be. I put these torches up. If I was going to give this to anyone, I wouldn't dream of like asking for anything for this. It would just be cool. I would take these out probably, and I think this would probably be better if it was possible to find somewhere big enough in Nether, because these, the ghasts, yeah, they can be, I suppose if you were like in God mode, as it were, and you could spawn stuff, it'd be quite cool to do some of the other battles the Romans did, like the beast battles, where one guy would find loads of monsters opposed to just fighting one-on-one. So if you win, you get to go out this way, which should open if I can walk through it. There we go. Now, as you notice, you cannot go in that way. Now, the reason you cannot go in that way is because when you win, you get to walk out a free man. But when you walk out, you get to walk out a free man if you win. But when you're about to go in, you'll be a gladiator, and you should go in the gladiator's entrance, like this. So you'll walk down, and then I've put in a gladiator's restroom with seats, wash basins, and boxes for anything you might want to store. For example, if you happen to want to put precious items you think you might lose if you die in there. So this is the gladiator's entrance, and then you'd line up here with your opposite man there, and then you would walk. And you'll walk along here. I will run along here because it'll be easier. And you'll come to this. Now this is sand, and this is meant to be sand. And I will show you why in a second. So you'll stand here and await your fate, as it were. And if you were to do that, I'm going to fly because it's going to be quicker. Just sorry about the flashing lights, it's annoying. So yes, you would await your fate, and then someone, and I say someone, sorry, there's an entrance and exit door here. You can get out, but that's just so I could get around. Ideally, if you were going to put this into a game like the World of Mine or something like that, you take out the button on the inside, make all of this untouchable so no one has the permission or anything like that to destroy it, because then you'd be able to really enforce the fact that only the winner gets to come out, kind of thing. And the only way you get out is via the entrance if you don't die. So, what I'm going to do, this is the sign next to this one, I believe was administration or staff. It might have been staff. Now, I have actually done this properly on a different map. If anyone says they want it, if the guys from Minite say they want it, I'll put in an automated system whereby you flip one switch and everything happens, and you flip one switch and everything turns off. I've built it on another map and I can import it if I want to. However, at this stage, I've got the on instructions, I've got the off instructions. So the off is 6, 5, 3. Oh, 6, 5, 3, 4, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Yeah, 4, 4, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So, oh, the only problem with this thing, I'm going to have to work out which one it was. Let's fly. I'll tell you what, I'll go in over the top. I'll go in over the top, that's what I do. Oh, I forgot to put a button on here. Sorry. Apologies. I'll go in over the top. So this is the advantage of being on creative mode. The reason I did this on creative mode, a number of reasons, but getting in and out was one of the biggest reasons. So, what happens is, this appears. If I fall down it, that's where we were standing. So when you're waiting your fate, you have people standing on there, that'll drop down, you'll stand on here, and then when you turn it back on, if I can fly, you'll be lifted into the middle of the arena. The other one is here, directly opposite it. So you'll both appear, hopefully at the same time, in the middle of the arena. Hopefully that creeper won't fall down it. Go away. They don't explode or anything because I'm on creative, which is very, very convenient, or I would be more than slightly irate. But obviously, this isn't just for fighters, you've also got to have things for spectators. So if we go out here, as a spectator, obviously, you are of higher class than the fighters. So you get to wander in like this. Everyone has the same stairs because I have only put one set in. I didn't want to make this overly extensive in case no one decides they want to use it. So you can go all the way around the outside like this. And continue. I'm not going to go all the way around because it does take a while. It's a big. Well, it's pi d, isn't it? So the diameter's, let's say, about 109. I know that's not exactly how the measurement would go, but yeah, that makes it around kind of 350. Sorry. So this brings up to the first level. As you can see, we're above the first level. Now, first level, you will see nice entrance, and then you get to walk through. And you walk through into the arena, and you can take your seat. And if you want to get into over there, you can either bounce across the seats like or you can walk around. This is another thing I might change if someone ever wants to use this, is make this walkway here is too wide, but the rest of it's one wide, and that can be difficult to walk around. So I might make that too wide. This isn't even right. Oh, I had to extend it. Had to extend it. So what I said do is that there's a reason for this, as you'll see here. So if you say you didn't want to, this is for the classy peoples, you know, here. This is for the hoi polloi. In fact, I might even do a senator's box if I can be bothered. Or some golden seats or something. This is the hoi polloi. If you are, you know, business management class, shall we say, then we have the stairs for you. Seating entrance left, so we turn left. Entrance to the seating again. You could go right, I suppose, as well. Bit higher up, as you can see. Still a pretty good view. But if you are working class peasant in the leg, which is probably where I'd find myself being a student, to be honest, where I can't walk, you might go through the stairs and up here to the highest level. Now, as you can see up here, it's only one wide. This is due to constraints of size. and you can go right up to the top and sit and watch everything happen. And your fighter would rise up out of the hole there, and then you'd be able to see him fight all these beasties and all these monsters. So that is what I've done. As you can see, all the lines line up perfectly. It took me hours to do this. It's about, I'm not entirely sure how long it has taken me. I think it's about 36 to 40 hours of work this has been. There are around about 6,000 blocks there, I think, maybe more. Actually, probably more. So that is what I've done. What I'm going to do is go and put the sand trap, the gladiator platform, I think we'll call it, back up. Let's run! Flashing lights, stay away from the flashing lights. Don't like it, no! So, it says on 1356. I've actually numbered them, but it's kind of obvious because it's 1, 3, 5, and 6. As I say, I have done an automated system, which I will be putting on another video because I'm pretty proud of it. Actually, it took me ages to work out how to do it, and it's a lot more extensive and slower than it needs to be, but I can easily streamline it. It's got loads and loads of sorry. It's got loads of delays in it. It's meant to have loads of delays in it, but I've made it slightly more excessive than it needs to be, so I can just take one out from each run. And that is my Colosseum or amphitheatre of Flavian. Guys, I would absolutely love it if we could at least get like Deck or Syndicate or something like that to just kind of had a look at the video. I'll link it out to them, but it'd be really cool if you could like and share this video if you think it's any good. If you think I need to make any changes, obviously let me know. The Colosseum was white, fully white originally. I've just been there, so I had a tour and they told me about it. I decided to keep the outside the kind of colour it is now, just because, you know, it's the way that all of us recognise it. But I decided to make the inside white because that's how it would have been. That's how the fighters would have seen it. This full set of seats rising from grounds to the top of the building. Also, I have sorry, I zoomed in and I couldn't work out what I'd pressed. Sorry. Yes, so also there were statues in every single arch window. Not only is it not possible to do that because you can't get statues small enough, they're only 3 blocks high, those windows, but also it would have taken, if they were possible, it would have taken decades to do if I had to build an individual one in each one. Now, I have one final option, which is either to build Ludus Magna, which is the camp where the gladiators stayed. Now I could do that, or I was thinking about a victory chamber that only gods can open, but you get if you win. You walk out the main gate, you walk through the golden halls, you walk out, you walk down the steps and into a victory chamber which has something in it for winning, whatever it may be. You know, if they have a wager for you know, a sword or whatever it happens to be, you put the winnings in there, they get to walk out. I'm not going to do any of that stuff unless I get some interest in it. It has taken me a long time, so it'd be great if you could leave a comment saying what I should do to change it, or, you know, leave a like. That'd be amazing too. And if you could, you know, take the time out to share the video. It takes milliseconds, and I just think it'd be amazing to get something like this into the world of Minite, or the realm of Minite, I should say, because that was the reason I built it. Just hopefully that someone would kind of go, "Wow, this is cool." You know, as I said, I don't want anything from it. I don't even want people to know like I built it or whatever. I just think it'd be cool to see them fighting in the arena I built. So thanks very much for watching, guys. I'll put the Piston video up as well, just to show you that it is possible. Yeah, this is Unphazed signing out.